Hello, it's me, Ariza Gaming. We're back. More oxygen not included. Hello, Ayla Avo. We're going to get into it because I'm a little bit late. We are going to be doing some Puft ranching today. That is very much the plan. So, last stream, we set up the rooms. We put some geotuners in. We still need to power all this. We need to plug it into the power spine. And today we're actually going to set up the ranch layout. We're also pumping out some of the gases. We're going to pump out some of the gases once it's all actually powered. We're going to organize it, and I need to actually think about what exactly I'm going to do in that regard. Yeah, cycle 350. We've officially passed the duration of the previous sour gas or bust attempt. So we're in the end game. Well, we're not in the end game. We're in the mid game now. How many different gases do we need for Pufts? Good question. Well, we're going to have regular Pufts, who are going to eat the polluted oxygen. We're going to have squeaky Pufts, who are going to eat the chlorine. We're going to have dense Pufts, who are going to eat regular oxygen and convert it into oxalite for space travel and maybe some other stuff. And then we need some Puft printers so that we actually get the eggs we want because of the whole egg mechanic. That's the main reason why our ranch design is going to be a little bit complicated. You can just see a book coming down the conveyor rail there. We're still sending all the books to the sleep machine. Are we actually generating excess books? No. We've taken people down to 3 downtime slots, and they're still not getting it done. So there's probably some kind of efficiency loss going on somewhere. We'll figure it out. We've got an infectious polluted oxygen bit. We just hooked this up. We're not even going to bother deodorizing it or anything, because we're just going to have the Puffs actually eat the gas. We are just going to pump it straight in the room. We're going to put some wheezeworts in here just to get rid of some of the germs. I'm not sure how effective it will be, but it should be fine. I do at some point need to start thinking about Barnic duplicants, because we're actually going to use them to colonize the other asteroid and get more refined metal, but we'll do that another day. So, probably a Bamini egg again. I don't know whether I'm going to use the frosty critters or not, but we might as well take them, just in case we do need them. Do Puffs turn infected gas into infected slime? I think they do. So, probably sensible to put wheezeworts in here anyways. So we got, what, a 6-tar gap between them? I don't think this adds up neatly. It almost does. There's 6 on that side, and 7 will be on the other side. Well, maybe we'll just put 2 right next to each other and call it a day. Okay, also, in the meantime, the dupes are digging out the asteroid. I kind of want to let them dig out a little bit so they've used up some of the errands. We kind of queued up too many errands. There's nothing on this side of the asteroid that we want to preserve. We have Drecos, we have all the other critters we want. There's actually some poke shells here. They'll eventually get moved over to the poke shell pen. So I'm going to speed to it for a little bit while we go and have a look for the video. Because I loaded it up yesterday, but I kind of ran out of time today. I've been a bit busy. It is here. Don't play audio, please. We're alright. Okay, let me post the link in chat, as we usually do. There you go. Right, that should be all sorted. So, the general layout, what's it going to look like? Let's start just with the general layout, and then we'll add all the conveyors, all the automation, etc. So let me have a think. We'll just keep on speed 2 while we're doing all of this. Each area is going to look more or less the same. So we're going to have a critter drop-off. When I made the video, it was before they separated out the drop-offs. But these are all definitely going to be drop-offs, I know this. We've got 2 different halves of the ranch. The left half is going to be the actual Puffs that we want, and the right half is going to be 1 Puff prints to get the eggs that we want. And we need to have the regular Puff branch as well, so we can get more Puff Prince eggs, because we're going to be starving these guys, I think, to make sure they don't get any gas? Maybe? I don't know. We'll have a think. I'm pretty sure we need the regular Pufts and then at least one of the other types. So we might as well do the dense Pufts while we're doing all of this, because we could get extra food out of them, frankly. But yeah, the video will explain this a lot better than what I'm going to do today. But we're going to just put everything in. So let's see. Grooming stations, yes. This is all going to go over here. We'll put in an auto sweeper and a loader as well. So we're going to grab all the puffed eggs of various gubbings. Our refined metal stocks, aside from iron, are looking pretty low. That's probably not an issue. We'll just use some more of the random metals that we printed. And then we want conveyor loaders as well, and we want some critter sensors. You tried to sanitize an infectious polluted oxygen vent once, wasn't that successful? The method we normally do is we just put the wheezeworts nearby, and then we use the deodorizers to suck the polluted oxygen out and turn it into regular oxygen right away with a liquid layer. That's what we usually do, but I don't think there's any real need to do that. We have some lead. Why do we have lead? I guess I disassembled a wire. That's fine, we can build stuff out of lead. Yes, we will need a critter sensor as well. So these can go over here. Now the question is, can I actually remember all of the automation and how that works? Not overly sure. Also, what priority is all this? You guys need to build all of this as priority 8. Build this first. Do we not have enough aluminium? No, people are planning on doing it. I actually had to put in a manual airlock, so it would take you way too long to go up and down and shoot. The manual airlock will block the decor debuff from the heavy watt wire, unless they actually have to go in, so I think that's acceptable. I used the design I did it last time I played it. It was really good other than all the sand. Yes, that's why we're not bothering this time, because we don't want to use all the sand. I mean, after all, we only have 1,300 tons of sand. We don't want to be wasting it on deodorizers. Otherwise, we'll get to cycle 10,000 and we'll be like, uh-oh. Right. Put wheezeworts in room. I'm hoping they're actually going to build that somewhat soon. Right, let's zoom out again. Let's find a better shot where I actually talk about everything. Right, I do need critter sensors in the prints rooms as well. So these could go here. Why do I have depleted uranium? I should have depleted uranium. Aren't I intending on blocking off all events and geysers eventually? I think the aim is the colony on the main asteroid is going to be 100% sustainable without geysers, i.e. the dupes. What I mean by that is the main dupes. We're gonna have them completely locked off from the rest of the asteroid. They're gonna be in their own little bubble. They're not gonna be able to leave. No materials are gonna be going in or out, and they'll be surviving. And there'll be a fair few of them. But we are going to take the geyser resources and use them to colonize the other asteroids. And we have to geotune the vents on the planet we're actually on. So we can't just suck everything up and go away. But we can have the geotuners run from inside the base with... That's true. That's true. What we'll probably have to do is we'll probably have to have... Because none of this stuff will be needed long term. We're doing it to get some extra food for the short term. Yeah, we're going to have a group of people who are on their own surviving off of a completely closed loop. But we'll still have a couple of other people here maintaining other infrastructure for the other asteroids. I think that's the intent. Right, let's plug some wires in. Let's see. Iron? Are we just going to do this out of iron? I think we are. That seems fine to me. I'm just going to do everything going off this wire, right? Hello, Ludus Artifacts. Hope you're doing well. How are you? Nice penguins. Rita penguins. I think I am going to leave this wire here. I like it. Oh, what's this? That's something I can actually connect here, isn't it? I don't actually need this wire, do I? I mean, I guess I could run it like this. Right, disconnect that for now. Can I yellow alert this? Have you actually got the materials? Because you're not doing it. No, you're not doing it, so you don't actually have the materials. You've been lying this entire time. The game has a thing where it thinks that the dupes could do something, but they can't. This should solve this issue. But no, I'm kind of intending, because we're going to be setting up all this big infrastructure anyways, I'm kind of very much intending for this to be the run where we just do everything that we haven't done yet over a large period of time. Because we know if we have the infrastructure to build all the sour gas stuff and it's completely sustainable, then we can do anything on this save. Right, so what else were we going to do? I think we have a room in here where we were sorting some stuff. So, oh right, I need to get rid of background buildings. We intended that for the last 3 runs. Yes, that is true. And we failed each time because... So... Before this run, my mentality was, we'll hang around and do stuff until either we hit an obstacle that we can't surmount, or what's actually been happening is the game has been updating frequently enough and wanted to start a new run where they've added new content. But for this run, I've decided that we're going to do a short mission with the Prehistoric Pack DLC, and then we're going to come back to this afterwards. So we're going to really thoroughly investigate all the DLC content, like the new world generation and stuff. And then we'll come back once we played around with that. Maybe we'll even alternate it, depending on what I feel like. That's totally possible. Right, I have a few different rooms here. I have... Oh, I need to make this one larger. Yeah, this room specifically should be one larger. That's irritating. Right. Cancel this. Right, deconstruct that, deconstruct that. The vent. I'm just gonna put this here for now. Where's that wire gonna go? That's gonna go there. Remove this. All this new stuff should be priority 8 as well. Let's actually queue it up on here. But yeah, so I finally figured out that Clay is releasing new content faster than we can actually get around to playing it. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna split off and investigate it separately. Because otherwise, we're literally never gonna get to the end. There's still a backlog of old stuff that I've been meaning to do for absolutely ages. Yeah, we'll put doors here. We've never quite gotten that far. Right, that should all be good for now. What am I missing? What am I missing? Oh, right, in terms of stuff that I haven't done. I haven't investigated the resin tree. I haven't investigated the superconductive asteroid. And I haven't done the temporal tear. Or the water asteroid. I.e., a lot of the stuff been spaced out, to be honest. I haven't really gotten that far out of the main asteroids. It's kind of shocking. So I'm kind of intending to do that on this run as well, because we know that we're going to have enough resources. We know we're going to be able to pull those resources into the other planets, because we're not going to need them here once we get everything set up. And yeah, if I keep restarting, we're never going to do it. Like, we've established that, so we're just going to go for it. Right, remove this. Put the pipe in here. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's lots. Which is fine, because a lot of it is like... I mean, a lot of it is fun, but it's like... Yeah, it's something to do, isn't it? Right, now let's see. These rooms are going to look a little bit different. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it be a critter pick up in these rooms. Now, I do have chutes in here for eggs. Yeah, so I'm going to have to move some of these pumps eventually. Oh, you know what I could do? Actually, hold on. I've done this the wrong way around. I should put the pumps in here. Because I've just got loaders in here, and I'm going to have the incubator in here. So, yeah, don't worry about this. Deconstruct that. Now I'm just stuck on the main asteroid and doing stuff that I haven't done any rocket stuff at all. That's the thing. You don't have to do the rocket stuff. The game... there is plenty to do in the game without going into space ever. That's just how it is. But we are going to do it at some point, just to try it out. Yeah, because I know people who have gone into space a lot more quickly than me, but it's like... I really like the terrestrial sort of stuff. Maybe if I get really familiar with the rocket stuff, I'll like it more. And it's not that I don't like it, it's that I prefer the non-space experience, generally. But we've done some good space things over the years, but, like, not the big final things. Right, okay, so you're doing that now. What about the pipe? Yeah, you hooked that up. That's good. So remove this one. How's the gas pressure looking? Okay. We're not going to see any results of this for a while, I can tell. We have liquid locked these rooms pretty thoroughly. Yeah, I'm really glad that it exists. And it's definitely more interesting than it was in the base game, but like... I think I still prefer the normal stuff. Right. Pickups. So we need pickups here, 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 and here. And then what we did have, that I'm really glad we don't have to do anymore, we used to have a drop-off for other eggs that was automated on a pneumatic door. But we don't need that anymore, because we can just automate it directly with an automation portal. We're building a puff branch. We're going to sort out all the different puff varieties. We're going to put them in. Also, it really annoys me. This one's got a straight top. This one's got an angled top. Why? Why they do it? But yeah, now we can just automate the building directly. So that's a nice quality of life thing. We'll get some conveyor loaders up here because we're going to be sorting out all the puff products in here. And then... in this one, the intention is we're going to put in a incubator for puffed princes. So that's going to go here, that's going to go here. You did 8 farming rockets in one run? Nice. Yeah. I feel like on a run, when you get into the mood for rockets, I find that starting rockets is the hard part. Once you start it, you make a lot of progress with it. How big of a room do princes need to not feel cramped? I don't think we care about them cramping in here. These are the breeder rooms. These rooms are 96 tiles each. This is for excess puffs. Because what we want is when each puff dies, we want to immediately replace it with a new one. So these are going to be where the excess puffs go. And then we're going to collect all the meat from here and eat it. That's the plan. Now, actually, I believe I did something quite cleverer than what I've done here. I think I positioned buildings in a slightly different way. I positioned them like this so I could hook up the auto sweepers in a very specific way. So this auto sweeper can reach, can cover these 2 rooms fully. I can put this on the floor now, actually, that's fine. This auto sweeper can cover these 2 rooms fully. And then both of them interact with a loader. Or I could just put the one loader in here, and it'll be fine. So let's put that down here. But they need to answer your question, they need a 16-tile room. 6 puffs, 96 tiles. So they're all going to be cramped in here, but that's fine. We don't care. Because we're going to have lots of them in here. What else do we want? We want chutes. So we want a chute in each room. So one here, one here, one here, and one here. I'm going to put the incubator in here as well. So I'm going to put in the automation for that. Because we do actually want to incubate Pufts so that if we need a Puft, they're available on demand. Or like a Puft Prince, that's what we need. Because I think that's because we're planning on starving the Puft Princes in here. I'll have a think about it. Right, put that there, put the lamp up here. Gotta be the puzzle lamp. Then the incubator's gonna go in here. Let's have a look at the wires. So, let's see. I could go like that. I guess just keep this wire here, that's fine. I'm not going to deconstruct any wires, because we're probably going to put some random refinement equipment in here. Also, my hay fever has been really bad today, you can probably tell. Right, and we want an auto sweeper here as well, so we can deliver to the loaders in this room. Because this is where we're going to ferry Puft products to, if we want to ferry them out of the area. So, one for each room. I'm going to show you the fish for a bit. And then I'm going to announce something. Hold on. Can we see the fish? You can see a couple of them. But yeah, I have some exciting news. Oh, hold on, Killer Fish here.
Killer fish from San Diego. I don't know what I am, but I taste really good. I'm a killer fish. Hello. I'll be your killer fish for the evening. Thank you.
It's Uglavis, the killer fish. Can we spot him? Is that him munching on the driftwood? It possibly is. Or maybe it's the one closest to the camera. In any case, what we've actually got to announce is I have a new fish tank. And it's right behind me. Look. Ta-da! It's slightly bigger. Basically, my one of my relatives had an old tank that they weren't using. So we've upgraded the frogs from a 30-liter to a 54-liter tank. So, yeah, the plant has a lot more room to grow. It just about fits. It's the frog tank. Yeah, okay, technically it's a frog tank. But it's going to be a frog/fish tank because I'm going to get some fish. I tried to get some fish. Oh, look, there's one of the frogs. He's right there, look. Hello. He can see my hand. He's going to go up to the hand. No. Maybe. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna go get some new fish. We're gonna get some autocinkless catfish because they're gonna help eat all the algae in here and keep the frogs company. So it's gonna be a bit of a mixed tank, but they don't compete for the same food, so it should all be good. And I'm really excited about it. I wanted to get the fish this week, but it didn't work out because apparently the shipment of all the fish to the UK is stuck. That's literally what I've been told. So. It is what it is. Right, let's give people some skills quickly and then actually print something. We should occasionally print stuff. Gene can have masterworks, that's fine. Gene could decorate the base, maybe. Not that he will, he's a sleeper. Right, wait, what's entombed? We'll take some excellent food. Oh, these things are entombed. Yes, I did actually tell you to build these, didn't I? Right, dig all of this, dig all of this. We're gonna gradually add more comfy beds. I know the dupes are freezing their tits off up here at the moment, but like, they'll be fine. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Right, so you've built pretty much all of this stuff. We're still trying to vent all the gases, so I'm not in a huge hurry. Oh, hold on. This room's actually done. Right, this room's actually done, so we're going to put the chlorine in here. So that means I can... Do I want to disconnect or disassemble these? Probably disassemble these. Maybe I'll leave the pipes in for now. But the long and short of it is we can pump the chlorine in. We've got this chlorine pipe running over here. Wait. Oh no. Look what's ended up happening. This is not what I meant to happen, by the way. Yeah, actually, I guess I don't need to dump it in here at all now. I could remove this pipe. Yeah, that's fine. We were just recirculating all the chlorine with a gas pump, but just to flex on the headers. Oh, we need a ladder in here. Oh, hold on. We've broken this room. It's too large now. Why? I think there was a door here that we should put back. Let's do that. Right, you've removed the pumps, so... I'm doing this quite slowly because I'm trying to let the other dupes disassemble everything else on the map as well. Right, so now the chlorine's going to come over here, and this is going to be a room for the chlorine, which means we can start inserting all the squeaky puffs. And I guess we can put some flower pots in here as well, actually. There is room for them. So go ahead and put some hanging pots in. Very important. Wait. Yes, I believe I'm starving. I'm starving the puff princes in the polluted oxygen and the chlorine gas because those are limited. And I'm not starving the ones in the oxygen because we have plenty of that. So before I start venting all the gas in here... Oh. Okay. Pumps go back in. Nope. This is why I didn't disassemble everything yet. I missed a step. I have to stack the liquids. And I have to do it in two different places. So I have to stack it here, and I have to stack it here. And I don't mind that this is full of polluted oxygen for now. Oh, right. This should go here. Yeah, I'll put a bottle empty here, and we'll just stack some liquids. Naphtha and literally anything else will do. Oh, wait, I can just deliver bottles, can't I? That would be easier, wouldn't it? Yeah, let's just do that. Right, so naphtha. We must be able to get some naphtha bottles, right? Some little ones. Select this. Relocate here. Oh, wait, I have to pump the gas out before we do this bit. If I leave the bottles here, is someone going to come pick them back up? I'm hoping not. But it's very possible. Does anyone have any errands? What I could actually do is I could turn this off. Yeah, if I turn this off, then you shouldn't recollect the naphtha, right? So just move these in here just so we're ready to release them. But yeah, I'm so excited. The frogs are going to have some friends. We are going to get some new fish for the main fish tank as well. In probably the somewhat near future, because we only have 2 platies left and 1 Zebradanio. The Zebradanio is not causing any mischief. Usually Zebradanios cause mischief if they're on their own. But I think they're in a big enough tank and Whiskers is keeping an eye on them, so I don't think they're going to get up to any mischief. So I'm imagining those 3 guys are probably going to live for another year, and then I'll get some new fish. Or maybe actually, I could get a new school of fish now. I'm just not sure whether it makes sense or not while there's still a Danio in there. But they're doing alright. And I'm going to have to get some new fish emotes. That's what I'm going to have to do. Right, so this room we could do now. So we can empty this now. And then come grab some other water. It could be literally any random bottle. Not that I think we have a load of random bottles around anymore. There might be a couple in the base. I don't want polluted water. I think you just dumped all the ethanol off the map somewhere, though. I could just yell alert, get you to sweep this. Then grab a random water bottle. That seems fine. Because that should be at least a somewhat substantial amount of water. Oh. Okay, well, let's just do the salt water just so that it goes. Right, relocate that there as well. I probably shouldn't be yellow alerting this, but I'm going to. So yeah, we'll put some pup princes in here. We'll put a pup prince in here. He will eat all of the polluted oxygen to begin with. And then I'll be alright. But the point is, only one of them needs to be breeding puff princes. We don't need that many puff princes. We're going to let them hang out in here, but we're going to have mostly the eggs on standby. And then when the puff princes die, we'll replace them from the stockpile that's in here. And if there's not one available to replace immediately, we'll incubate up an egg in here. Because we want as few of them as possible. But the other guys we want to have plenty of so we can replace them immediately. I've got to admit, I've forgotten a lot of what I actually set up here. So part of me is just remembering what we put in the video. It's been a long time. But there's a few more things we can hook up, so while we're waiting for that, let's see. So the conveyors. All of the materials are going to come down here. We're going to lead them through the door column, because we don't want the guys in here to get cramped at any point. And then likewise, the puffed... Oh, I see what the issue is. Right, I knew I was going to have to move this at some point. We're just going to move this now. That can come down here. I think. Yeah. Make that a priority 8. And do I want the books to pile up in the meantime? Probably not. So let's just priority 9 do all of this conveyor rail. This is all going. It looks like it's going well. We have really succeeded at tearing apart this asteroid. There's not very much left. I don't want to queue up 2 more errands. Right. This went slightly more out of control than I thought it would. That's interesting. Right. You could sweep these tiles up. That should be fine. But the important thing is, we want this bit to eventually vacuum out. We don't have to pump it immediately, but we don't want to waste our polluted oxygen on that. Right, we're re-vacuuming this room. It's all good. This room already is a vacuum. And now I'm going to have to do the automations very slightly differently to how I did it last time. Because the rooms are going to be in a slightly different order. So I'll do that in a minute. Because I'm going to have to look up the specific overlay for that, I believe. I don't think I could just eyeball that one. Right, you're building all of this. So that means... Oh, right, this still needs to go here. That's fine. Right, priority 9, that one. And then these ones can go... over here. And then we're just going to dump them in here. And we're putting the... Wait, you're overheating? What? Hello? Why are you overheating? Oh, the lamp is overheating. What, did you make this out of... Oh, right. Because it's in a vacuum. Why am I venting these rooms out? This bit doesn't need venting. I probably shouldn't be venting this. I think... What was the intent here? Just to have oxygen? Well, turn the lamp off. I guess rebuild it out of gold, but like... Oh, I know what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to fill this room with an inert gas that the Pufts don't breathe. So hydrogen, which we have in here. In fact, there's a little bit over here as well. But we've got hydrogen from a pipe, so we should probably do that instead. You shouldn't be pumping any more, though, because I think we do just want hydrogen in here. Because we don't want any of these waste puffs to breathe the gas. Blimey, I've forgotten more about this build than I think I ever knew. Right, well, the good news is we have a pipe full of hydrogen, so that's not going to be too annoying. I can just lead it down here, right? That should be fine. I can also just shove a gas vent here. That's also not a problem. Yeah, make this priority 9. What is going on over here? So I think what I need to do here is put the wire there. I do need to put the incubator in here now, because we are planning on using an incubator. So that is... Yeah, that's here. Good. Okay. I think that's okay. This is all priority 8, so you're still getting on with all this. Right, you're full of chlorine now. Right. I think the amount of chlorine in here is low enough. I'm no longer worried about pumping it. So let's remove these now. I'll let the pup prints eat the little bit of remaining chlorine in here. So empty this. Empty this and then we'll dump the rest of the chlorine in. Oh, we need to put the salt water in there as well. We do have a blob of salt water. I should probably make it a small blob. Let's yellow alert all of this as well. Just to make sure it gets done. Yeah, this should be fine. Again, I'm going to leave the gas pipes in here until we've fully decided what we're doing. I think we're pretty close. I have filled this room with 4 micrograms per tile of hydrogen. Yes, surely this will suffice. Wow, it's so weird looking at an empty asteroid like this. Go ahead and fill in a few of these gaps, because I don't want the dupes to get stranded without me knowing about it. We got a nice big waterfall here, that's amazing. Very large amount of jungle juice. We just dumped all the ethanol from the other planet over there as well. Because we no longer need it. Right, okay, open this one as well. What's entombed? The bottle filler is entombed. We got some ice. Okay. Oh, right, the nectar. Is the nectar free? No, the nectar can't be freezing. Oh, this temperature. We got a fair bit of nectar now. How's the tree? The tree is too hot. I probably do still want to keep growing this intermittently. We don't need that much nectar, but I don't really want to skimp on it either. Poor Ashcan, you'll get your food short enough. Oh, look at that. Look how neat that is. Right, so now we can insert the chlorine. There you go. Because this room is low pressure, this room is going to be high pressure. And then this is where we're going to actually keep the guys. And I think we're going to have more puff products in this area. So I'm going to set up some more conveyor loaders. Let's plug in some more wires. Oh, I did need that one in the end. Yeah, that makes sense. And the settings on this, I believe it was going to be green 60, red 600. So that someone comes and grooms it every now and then. Because we want to make sure there's always a puff prince available, because if there isn't a puff prince available in either of these ranches, we're going to start getting the wrong things. But at the same time, we don't want the puff princes wasting the polluted oxygen and the chlorine, which are fairly limited resources. I mean, I say limited, it's friggin' everywhere over here, but that's mostly because it's been off-gassing for various things. Eventually, it's going to stop off-gassing. Because the only renewable source of polluted oxygen we have, well, we have the vent, but that's not a lot. We have the polluted water vents as well. The cool slush vents. So we're going to have to start off-gassing them at some point. My plan for that is actually kind of funny. We want as wide a surface as possible for off-gassing if we're doing it like that. So what we're probably going to do is just have it all off-gassing on top of where our transformer spine is. Because we're going to run the transformers across the underside of the map and then back up to this side. And then everything is going to plug in from the perimeter of the map. Whatever industry we set up is going to have a wire going to it. That's my plan. Right. I think I'm actually going to have to look up some automation now. Now, I really, really hope that I left an overlay on the video somewhere. That would have been a very bad idea if I didn't do that. I don't think I did leave an overlay. I'm going to have to actually think about it. Let's think about it then. Right, the first thing I need to do is the automation. Right, so what way is all the automation wire going? Do I have a shot where I'm just showing all of the friggin' wire? I do have diagrams. I knew I left the diagrams in the video, right. I'm beating the allegations. I left some diagrams in here specifically because I knew I was going to be confused otherwise. Right, now this is going to look very slightly different in terms of how I arrange these things. Right, so this critter sensor, we're going to set this to more than 4 critters. So if there's more than 4 critters in this room, I think actually we change it now because we're not using the doors. So we set it to less than 4 critters. If there's less than 4 critters, then the pickup activates. Yeah, that's what makes sense. If there's less than 4 critters, the pickup activates. Let's just check the automation works that way. Yeah, green signal, wrangle excess critters. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, so it's going to be the same for all of these rooms. Because we're going to have 4 guys in here, 4 of the main Puft, and we're going to have 1 Puff Prince. So each of these critter sensors is going to get the same signal. And then these wires are just straight wires. So by that I mean each one is going into the next drop-off. And by drop off, I mean pick up. So that's going to go like this. It's going to be set to the same thing, and this is going to be set to max 0, pick up. So, right, which one's corresponding to which room? So, regular, dense, squeaky. That's what we're doing. So, regular adult Pufts. I'll think about the priorities later. And then this one is going to be set to regular... Oh, this one's going to be set to dense Pufts. Which we don't have. So I'm going to leave that one empty. And then this one is going to be set to squeaky Pufts, which we do have. Set this to 0. And then the Puff Princes are all going to be over here. And what we're going to do is, if there's less than 5 critters in the ranch, so this is counting 4 critters, this is counting 5 critters. If there's less than 5 critters, i.e., there's been a single death, then we add the Puff Prince. Because we're starving the Puff Princes, and they should be dying more often. I think it's more that we want to replace the Puff Princes as a priority. I think we've got to just build it and test it as well as we go. So this is going to go over here. We're going to have a... Is this actually an OR gate? No, it's an AND gate. Why do I ever assume it's going to be an OR gate? Oh, maybe I do want an OR gate now. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think we do actually want an OR gate in this case. So this is going to be set to 5 critters max. No, it's going to be set to 6 critters max. And this one's going to be set to 5 critters max. Ah, yeah, this is how we did it. So this is where the Puff Princes are going. So the Puff Prince is set to max 6. And then the regular Puff variants are set to max 5. And what that does is it means the Puff Prince is always going to get grabbed first and replaced. But if there's more than one death, then they'll start replacing the other critters. Yes, that's what we were supposed to do. Okay. I really did mean it when I said this was going to make more sense in the other video. In the YouTube video, by the way. I wasn't kidding about that. So this is going to be set to squeaky Puffs. But yeah, we set up specifically this way with the drop-offs to make sure that we were always replacing the Puffs first, compared to just connecting both things to the same wire. Oh, we could probably do that. You're right, we probably could do that. So, what? Just like this. So how does it prevent just ending up with 5 princes? Because this is set to a lower priority. This is set to a lower priority than these ones. So if there's less than 5 critters in the ranch, i.e. one of the regular guys has died, then they'll replace the regular one first. Yeah, let's test it with the wires just merging into each other, because that would be a lot easier. Oh wait, you can't actually reach this bit? That's fine. You know what, actually? Don't worry about it. You can just do this bit. That's fine. I did the same thing on the other side. Would that still mean it trends to princes? No, because they're going to try and fill this bit with the regular guys before they try and fill this bit, because that's high priority. Yeah, but they're only delivering the actual puffed variants to these rooms. They're not delivering princes. After a regular one dies, yeah, so we always want to make sure there's a puffed in here. If one of these guys dies... Oh, right, there'll still be 5 critters around. So if one of these guys dies... Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Hmm. Because the pickups for the critters... Okay, so if there's 5 critters... Okay, yeah, so... If there's 5 critters... Yeah, no, it's fine. Because if there's 5 critters in a ranch, i.e. one guy has died, then only the Puff Prince pickup will work. Because the others are all turned off until 4 critters. And the Puff Prince can't get dropped off in here. So... Oh, God. I did solve this. I was really hoping I wouldn't have to actually watch the video to understand what I did. I need to plug the... Oh yeah, that's true. I don't need to plug the timer into the friggin' light. I need to plug the timer into the incubator. That would have been a good idea, wouldn't it? And you're supposed to be set to Puff Prince eggs. So, in the original build, if all of the ranches were full, then that door would open. And they wouldn't pick up any more Puff Princes. So now what I'm saying here is we'd only pick up Puff Princes if one of these signals is saying that one of the ranches is empty. Any one of them. So that should still work the same. I think we're just going to build it. We're going to see how it goes. Right, I've got the mechatronics that I still need to sort out as well. Right, I put the priorities on these as well. So in the video, I set these to 8 and the princes to 7. Okay, so that was correct. More or less. And then we had all the different conveyor belts over here. Oh, that's right. I had conveyor things in here as well. For the edible goods. Okay, that's fine. So I can go here and here, because these are still reachable for the edibles. Yeah, feed that in here. And then the conveyors for the eggs. Right, so the conveyors for the eggs. So this loader here is for Puff Prince eggs that get laid randomly in this part of the room. So those are all going to feed back in to this chute. Then the princes... So the incubator is set to 9. Yeah, the incubator is set to priority 9. And then this is set to priority 8. And this is going to contain the extra guys. So one Puff Prince at a time is going to get looked after in the incubator to make sure we're getting them all at once. And then the others are going to get dumped in here. And then... As for the other egg types, so this one up here is for regular Pufts. So the regular Pufts are going to go in this one. Okay, let's actually start setting all of this. So this needs to be set to Puft Prince eggs. And that needs to be set to priority 8, because the incubator is priority 9. Yeah. Okay. These drop-offs are for each of the different types, and they're set to priority 5. So let's see, this one's for regular Pufts, so we'll dump regular Pufts in here. And Pufflets, I suppose, from the environment as well. And then this is going to be for the dense ones, which we don't have. And then this one is going to be for the squeaky Puffs and the squeaky Pufflets. And then... yeah, so this one's going to be priority 6. Oh, that's... I think that was the other thing we were going to do. I think that's how we solved it. The pickups of higher priorities. Yeah, the pickups are priority 7 for the regular Puff variants, and the pickups priority 6 for the Puff Prince variants. So they should always pick up the... they should always pick up the regular variants before the Puff Prince. That's how we solve that problem. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot about that. Can you tell I've got hay fever? Insert excuse here. So this needs to be set to... yeah, this needs to be set to priority 7. I mean, it could be set to priority 9. I'm going to set it to priority 7. Because we need to organize the tasks in a specific order. And then the Puff Prince one will be set to priority 6. So that's the important one. So that could be Puff Prince and Pufflet Princes. There we go. Oh, I'm relieved. I knew we did think of a solution. I just didn't instantly remember what it was. Right, okay. But we did test this out, by the way, when we did the YouTube video as well, and it did work, so... it'll be fine. Right, we still need to set up the conveyors, though, for getting the eggs. Because essentially, we're going to get only Puff Prince eggs from these ones, and we should be getting all 4 varieties from this conveyor. So that's why we're having to spread it out a little bit. So... the next one... oh god. So this is set to regular Puffs. Hello, Sophia Key. Hope you're doing well. We are getting very confused trying to interpret an old YouTube video I made. The video's pretty good. Here it is. It's how I like to ranch Puffs. The only issue is they changed how critter drop-offs and pickups work since then. And I think I figured out the adaptations needed. But I think I probably will do a video update for this at some point, because it was complicated enough that I was struggling to remember what to actually do. So we'll do a short video update on this when I get some time. Right, now let's think about this. The conveyor layout is quite specific here. So I'm putting a bridge in here. This is going to be for dense Puffs, so I'm not going to set this one yet. And then... oh, right. Hold on. Oh, right. We're going to get a mixture of Puff Prince eggs and regular puffed eggs in here. Okay, hold on. Right, so I need to do this slightly differently. So this is the Puff branch. So this conveyor needs to go this way. Let's just do the conveyor slightly differently. So the dense Puffs could just go in here and we can ignore it. Great. The regular Puffs go in here. This conveyor is for edibles. So we're going to lead that up and out here, and that's going to join these conveyors. So these conveyors here. Am I going to run these all through the geotuner room? I think I am. So the edibles can run through here without any problems, right? So this is going to be edible stuff going up. Yeah, I got really stuck on this for a while, which is why I was like, let's sit down, let's plan this out, and let's record a YouTube video on it. So the edibles are going up here. This is the Puff Prince room, so that's done. We need bridges. Thank you very much for the follow, Sofiaki. Enjoy your fish and froggy emotes. Whiskers sends their regards. Is Whiskers out and about? Where's Whiskers? No, hold on. We got Mr. Plecko. Which one is that? He's crooked himself underneath the skull. He pushed it out of position. I think Whiskers is hanging out in the back somewhere. But I'm sure she sends her regards. Right. So this is the edibles conveyor as well. So it's going to go out here and meet this. So the squeaky one needs to go in here. So I've got to get this from here to here without going through the room. This is going to be very annoying. Yes, there you go. There's Whiskers. How do I do this? It's because I've swapped these rooms around. That's the issue. If I didn't swap the rooms around, the conveyors would be neater. I mean, I think this is good here. Okay, here's what we do. We make this one the dense Pufts. And then the squeaky Pufts need to just come around here. I think what I need to do then is I actually need to bridge this conveyor here. Need to bridge that conveyor there. That one needs to go somewhere else. I could probably move this whole conveyor up, right? Up one level. And then the squeaky puffed conveyor could just go in here. And then the puffs can go in here. Oh, that's not very neat at all. No. We could do better than this. Right, so... say the squeaky puffs go in there. The edible one could just hook on like this. Right? And then all I need to do is actually connect this one to the Pufts. Which I could do by moving this bridge here, separating this, closing this, and then putting a bridge here. Okay. I think this works. Now let's double check. Let's reiterate what's going on at each of these various points. So, edible food's coming out here via this line. Puffs are coming in via... It would help if I could actually see the friggin' thing here. Puffs are coming in via this one and via this one. The dense puffs are coming in here. And then the squeaky puffs are coming in here. Okay, so that's what we need to do. So this one here is... I think I could just unpause it now. Squeaky puffed eggs are coming in here. This one... oh god. Let's open up the overlay again. This one is for puffed prince eggs. This is never easy. This one is for regular puffs. And then this one's for dense puffs, so we can't set it yet. And then this one is also for regular puffs. Okay. I think this might actually be ready. Oh, this is for everything. Everything goes in these ones. But nothing should remain in these rooms. The auto sweepers could reach out all over the floor tiles, so that should be fine. They can't grab the wart seeds, it's okay. Right, so there we go, we got our gases. I also need to hook up the polluted oxygen, which should be here. Oh, right, this isn't erupting yet. Okay, that's fine. Okay, is there anything left? I don't think we need to prioritize these. This is for edibles. Edibles and... I mean, to be honest, I'll put everything standard in here. Because we shouldn't actually have anything else. We shouldn't actually have anything else be moved anywhere. So this should activate, right? Is it looking at the wrong tile? Oh no, it needs to be connected to the rail. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, so set this one to all. Yeah, because now the mechatronics guys need to step in, and that's going to take them a while. Okay, I think that is everything. I don't think there's anything else left. Let's just check. I am so glad I included those diagrams on the friggin' video. Otherwise, I'd have been lost. We've had to adapt it a fair bit anyways, but that's fine. Right, I think we're done then. So let's actually just wrangle all the guys. We got 4 squeaky puffs, and we got a regular puffed, and we got a puff prince. That's good enough for me. So wrangle them all, get them out of here. We don't actually have any drop-offs or pickups in here. Also, nobody ever actually came up here, so that's fine. What on earth was the plan with all these doors? I don't know. In any case, it doesn't matter anymore, because we're getting rid of the puffs. We're moving them over here. We're actually doing what I said we were going to do. So who's going to do the task? Oh, right, you still need the ladder. Wait, how on earth do we even get up here? We must have had a ladder here at some point that we removed. That's clearly what we did. Okay. Right. I'm going to... Yes, let's just go back to normal mode now. Brain disengaged. Do Puff Prince eggs count? In what regard? Oh, do we have any eggs in here? But a breeding thing. We're making sure they go in here. Yeah, all the Puff Prince eggs are getting shoved in this room, and one is getting shoved in the incubator at all times, and the others are all left in this room. That's the plan. So we are using them as well, but they're mostly hatching and not getting fed. But yeah, this should all be Priority 9. I don't need to worry about this. I must have gone pretty confused at this point. Right, cool. Yeah, let's just let it run for a minute. Good thing we had a fair bit of metal saved up. Also, guess what these are getting set to? That's right, they're getting set to the chlorine vent. Aren't they? Yes. Give me chlorine or give me death. Yeah, you are doing it now. I love the noise it makes when you turn it on. So we're going to be delivering salt to these. At the moment, I think what I'll do at the moment is I'll just give them a manual loader that they can put it in. Or maybe just like a storage bin nearby where we just store a load of salt. But we're planning on pumping this from the Geotune saltwater vent. That's the plan. But yeah, build this for now. Just so they're not having to run miles for salt. Oh, look, he's doing it. Oh, Hammer's doing it. Yeah, Hammer's doing it. Nice. Pour the liquids. There we go. Mr. Chlorine vent is about to go crazy in approximately 3 cycles. There we go. There we go. Right. A plume squash seed? I'll take that. That's good. Critters are still in critter jail. That's good to see. Bubbles doesn't have exosuit training. We found one of them. Operating for Hassan. Liam gets supplying. Lord of Swarms gets swarms. Marie gets supplying. Rowan, you can have building because you're mechatronics. Ruby, you can have field research because you have everything else. Oh, and Meesmort. Meesmort needs to learn. Meesmort is going to get supplying because I don't want to increase your morale requirements too much. What is Meesmort doing? We've left Meesmort alone for a while. Well, they're not going crazy. I think they're just digging and storing gold from the volcano. There's a fair bit of gold here, to be honest. So, I'm not against that. But where is the digging? What digging do you still need to do? Where? Where?
Thanks for the rain.
Stinger's Playground. Hello. How are you? What are you up to? How's it been? I saw you're on Oxygen Not Included earlier. Let me give you a shout out. We have just set up our Puft ranch and actually set it up and gotten very confused in the process. There you go. Yeah, we set it up. And we're about to move all the Pufts in. We're currently tying up the Pufts. They're getting tied up as we speak. You're gonna let the meteor hit the planet? Nice. Is that because you want to see what happens, or because you don't think you can prevent it? They're both valid options. Oh no, he's trapped. Trapped gas. I love Pufts. Oh, I've got to find a new plug adapter so we can rotate the Puft again. I haven't done that in a while. Look! There we go, we got our first denizen in here. He's already tame, he's already been ranched. 14 years of age. Now, one thing I could do is I could definitely put critter condos in here to get the cozy bonus and get even more Pufts per ranch, but I think we're going to struggle to get enough gas going on.
Thanks for the
A little bit of both, but mostly because of the resources. Why go to space to get what is getting delivered?
That's very true. It is nice that it spawns with a load of geysers. I think it's actually probably worth letting it land sometimes. It depends on which space stuff you want to do. Like, I would probably take 4 extra geysers over the space POIs, but it's probably not the optimal play. It's just what I want to do. Right, we've got the regular Puft in here. That's good. He has become Balloon. Hooray. So all the off-gasables are going to end up in here as well. Now, where do I want those to go? I don't think we want off-gasables in here. I think we want to leave them in the pit. So let's turn off slime. Let's turn off bleach stone. Where's bleach stone? Am I going crazy? Oh, it's in sublimators now, isn't it? Oh, right, yeah, that's set by default. So just turn off slime. Turn off slime for both of these. I think we're good. You're gonna go get your girl from work, but you'll leave me on lurk. No worries. Thank you very much for your subscription. 3 months. Enjoy your green platy badge. What if the size decrease on Moonlit, though? Looks like it would kill the whole place. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, actually, I do know. There is no Moonlit relic planet. You have 2 settings. You have the classic asteroid, and you have the spaced out minor asteroid. But the minor asteroids are still pretty big. There's like the Folia and the Quagmyrus and the Tyrannia. So there should still be room for the meteor on the spaced out. I think it just takes up the entire top of the asteroid. Like there's a tiny gap, but not a very big gap. Ooh, we got the blue gas reservoir. That's nice. Hooray. Okay, so we got the Puft in here, lazily floating around. We got the squeaky Puft. I don't think we need to worry about the gases in here anymore. Oh, right, the oxygen. I actually have to put the oxygen in the dense Puft bit. So let's actually... Yes, let's actually remove some of this stuff. So get this out of here. Yeah, get this out of here. Get that out of here. You got that one last week. Nice, nice. Ah, you're watching Steers. I just noticed the Raider dialogue going on in the chat. Fair enough. Right, so this is going to be the spawn pipe. Oh, right, yeah, they're just going to go up here. Yeah, we're going to remove all of this. We're going to hook it up directly to the spawn. And we're just going to fill it with oxygen, because why not? So go ahead and do that. We'll get a dense puft at some point. Now, let's see. Where to take this? Probably... This one is backing up, so I think it makes sense. Is there a closer oxygen pipe? That's the one that's going to the machine. I want to move them out of the middle of the map, though, to be honest. So I think I am going to come and grab it from here. Let's send it this way past the poke shells. I think just like this, actually. That'll do. Generally speaking, I want to route all of my services away from the center of the asteroid, so we can make room for the industry there. But that's a relatively low priority. Right, priority all of this. I think I said in the video, to set this to 390 seconds red, so that if you have one rancher, then they get it every other time. Or they get it within their scheduled break. But I think having it green 60, red 600 is better overall efficiency-wise with multiple ranches. But this needs to be the most important ranching task in the game. So I need to lower all of the other ranching tasks to priority 8s. That's the truth. Because whenever the incubator activates, I need someone to look at it. Which is why I also didn't build a load of ranches, if I'm going to be honest. That one's priority 5, that's fine. Okay, that's it. We did it. Missed quite a bit of the progress, been away for 2 weeks almost, and landed back yesterday. China's internet is not very Twitch friendly, sadly, plus the time zone. Ah, fair enough. Well, we succeeded in moving our dupes up to the top of the asteroid. That went well. We are growing water weeds down here for food, because we've got salt water and we've got bleach stone. Especially now that we're actually getting the Puft's ranch, we got bleach stone. We got any yet? No, we got some slime, which is being left in the correct spot, but we haven't got anything else yet. When are you going to grab the Puft prints? I do want you to keep grabbing these guys. Oh, right. You can't actually get in here, can you? I need you to build another ladder. We're just tying them up and causing chaos. Well, that's what you get when you have, like, a gun that ties things up, but you don't have a gun that actually lets you grab stuff. Also, we should grab all the other Pufts playing around the map. So, there's a couple over here. There should just be a couple just floating around generally. There's some regular Pufts over here, so let's grab those. I'll grab one more prints. You could grab the hatches as well and put them in the right spot. We're still keeping the hatches in jail over here. Slime lung is spreading all over the place now, by the way. I just thought I'd let you know. Yeah, I like the Puft branch assembly too. We had to adjust the automation a little bit because of the changes to the critter drop-off, but we figured it out. And I'm pretty sure we've solved all of the issues regarding it filling up with the wrong critters. So, yeah. Let's get rid of these pumps as well. And this is where most of our Puft printers are going to come from, is this one guy. Let's keep looking around for more regular Pufts, because they're probably all over the place. Well, they're probably where the gases are, realistically, right? So we'll start there. I thought that was an egg. It wasn't. It was a seed. I know there's a couple in here. I'm going to be honest. At this point, we let the slime lung out the bag. So I think we can stop worrying about it completely. So let's actually just dig into here. And dig into here. We let the cat out of the bag a little while ago, so we should just bite the bullet. How long was the room design session that time? Oh, quite a while. I was really thinking about it. That was a Christmas time episode, I think. Was it? A year ago. I think it was Christmas 2023. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Hold on, let me if I hover over it, does it actually tell me the time? Yes, it was. It was December 28th, 2023. Amazing. Right, let's keep looking for random Pufts. I mean, okay, I'll wrangle you guys because you're here. But I know that we let some out a while ago. Also, we got some wild shine bugs in here, so we don't have to worry about not preserving them on the map, shall we say. How's this going? Are we done on phosphorite here? Feels like we haven't really been doing very much of this. That's fine. The sour gas situation in here has evolved. It's now moved over to this tile. Does this mean this has actually been erupting? I think the answer is probably not. This is why I didn't want sour gas in here. The problem now is it's just going to float around and be annoying. So what do I actually do? Oh, the room design for the luxury bedrooms? Oh, not too long. We were picking out the colors and whatnot. But yeah, we didn't do too much. Oh, look, a shovel egg. Very inconspicuous, yes. Well, I'm not that concerned about shovels. Oh, there's a Puft. Yep, let's grab him. Grab him. Bag him and tag him. Right, I'm probably going to need to fix this, aren't I? How am I going to fix this without getting more sour gas in here? So, the issue is... I think I'm just going to get rid of it somehow, but, like, how do we coax it over? Yeah. The naphtha ended up boiling. It's not supposed to, but we had some sour gas left over and it wasn't conducting the heat out. Like, if we go over to the aluminium volcano, that one hasn't had any issues, even though the naphtha's on the tile. But this one has. See you later. Have a good night, Sophia Key. As usual, the VOD will be up on YouTube, so you can find out the rest of what happens. Oh, fuck's sake. Find the rest of what happens later. There you go. I'm gonna try and coax it into this tile, haven't I? That's literally it. Yeah, I'll keep looking around for more Pufts. I'm pretty sure that's it. Oh, look, we've got a slug on the loose. Let's grab him. Get him out of here. You have not been grabbed. What's it looking like now? Because you should be putting them in these rooms first, and then putting the excess in these rooms. So it should actually be self-organizing. You're a wild Puff Prince. That's fine. Now, the only issue, I think, is when you're initially setting it up and you're wrangling wild critters, I think they can fill this up with the wrong guys. Like, they can add too many Puff Princes at this stage, because it's not being controlled by the pickups if you're manually wrangling them. Now, the only thing is, the sour gas is going to want to stay in here. Unless we're very, very quick. I don't want to release it I think we can be quick, but it might be more luck than skill. The volcano is going to go dormant in 7 cycles. Maybe it's just worth waiting for 7 cycles. But I want my metal. We're geotuning it and everything. Right, if I build the tile here, make it priority 9. I don't think we're currently leaking the heat out. Right, so now make it priority 1 and interrupt your task. And now, because there's loads of other construction tasks, the tile should build instantly. So it should just be a case of, if it comes over for a while, I can just prioritize it. Priority 9. And just edge the dupes, maybe, just a little bit. You're right, it is rolling the dice, but I can't think of anything better to do. People are getting idle now? Have they already finished all the tasks? Or is... Ah, crap. Okay. Who is idle? Oh, you're trapped. Okay, that's obviously a specific thing. I am really, really looking forward to the update where they change this behavior. Also, we're just going to have a load of steam just vomiting into the entire map, aren't we? Because we never set up a cool steam vent tamer on this thing. I could do that just to get it under control. That probably is worth doing. Because otherwise it's going to be messing up the whole gas balance of the map. Let's actually just granite through here. Just do that. Oh, right, hold on. Granite this as well. Yeah, there you go. That should be fine. In fact, ladder these for now. We're gonna have to do something about this. Yeah, Pufts. We're grabbing the Pufts. Is this actually gonna be the thumbnail? Just a load of squeakers? Yeah. Get out of the way, Mr. Squeaky. I want to see the premium squeaker. Yeah. You gotta spray them to make sure they smell nice. Hooray! Okay, cool. Don't eat the puffs. Slime Long Wild Steam Vent reboot. Nah, we're good. We're good. Everyone's in suits. We're not printing any more dupes. Frankie is still a little bit trapped, but that's a fairly minor issue. Well, I definitely could set up another cool steam vent tamer, because, like, I feel like that's the next thing to do just to get it out of the way, but I do need to fix this. Let's fix this first. It's going to take a while for the puffs to get going. It's annoying I can't build another tile to trap it. But I think it is just going to be rolling a dice over and over again until we hit it. It's rolling the dice with style. But they're going to build it so quickly I'm not even going to notice. Oh, that looks like it could have been it. Yeah! Never punished. Right, okay, so now all this means I need to do is relocate the naphtha here. Get more naphtha out here. Oh, what a relief. I thought this was going to take a while. Granite temperature plates. Yeah, we've already got them here, so this is all good. Yeah, that's all we need to do. Good.
Seek fluid intake.
Seek fluid intake, you got it, boss. I came prepared. Right, empty that. Wine? No, it's not wine. I'm not telling you what it is, though. It is very hydrating though, so don't you worry. Oh look, Ren's handing out balloons. He looks so lonely. I've got to sweep all the liquids out of this room. This is just ridiculous. What we got in here? You can have operating, methinks. Ari can have... Oh, Ari should have the suit's hat. Ari can have building. Right, let's just make sure we got more naphtha in here. I don't really want to half-ass this. I think we do have another bottle of naphtha over here. Yeah. Relocate this one up here. And then I can sweep it off this tile, and then we're good. Right. And my computer. Unpause it. Yep. Speed it up. And I'll log back into my other computer. Oh yeah, speaking of other computers, I've actually updated the funding goal. So now it's showing the desktop computer fund. Because we paid off the aquarium chiller a while ago. I still haven't set it up. Because it hasn't been that hot. And because I was too busy getting the frog tank sorted out this weekend. But we're getting a Hill Street Villagers next weekend, so Saturday. And then maybe I'm going to get some tubing and try and figure out how to get the chiller to work. But you guys probably aren't going to see the chiller anyways, so I'm not going to prioritize it for stream. But I'm going to prioritize it if I know there's a heat wave coming up. Now, could you please bring this over here? I would very much appreciate it. Actually, this is fine. Should you set up before it gets hot? That's true, but I'm keeping an eye on the weather. It should be fairly obvious when there's going to be a heat wave that would be hot enough to need the chiller. Like, it has to get like 30 degrees plus for me to need to put the chiller on. I would think. Because I've got the fan set up on it at the moment. The fan does a lot via evaporative cooling, actually. It's so weird. Because, like, it's the weakest, most pathetic fan you can think of. It's very low power. But because it's constantly agitating the surface, it does lead to a lot of evaporation. And that does actually lead to cooling the tank water by about 2 degrees. And then combined with not having the lid on, it means it has to basically get above, say, 27, 28 degrees before I have to start putting things in there. We formed sour gas again. Okay, there's definitely something going wrong with this. There's definitely something that's causing it to exchange heat too quickly. Is it the steel wire? I wouldn't have thought that was the case. Well, this is a bit of a pickle. What is it touching here that's getting too hot? Yeah, that's all boiled now. The temperature plate, if there shouldn't be a temperature plate here. There's one here, but there's supposed to be one there. It's worked for the aluminium volcano. I'm thinking it could be the wire. Well, in any case, I'm going to have to deconstruct this again. Right. So let's just double check it, right? Yeah, there's no wire here. There's a conductive tile on this side. Is that helping? Let's get the wire out of there. I don't think it's helping. So all I need to do for that is remove this wire. And then come around this way. And yes, this is going to get annoying, but that's fine. So, build this. Oh, I'm sure nothing important was plugged in there. And then the wire's going to come around here. This can all be iron. And then that's just going to come back up here. And then, yeah. Yellow alert the bridges. I'm very surprised because when we did the video with the aluminium volcano, we tested it in this configuration, not the one where there's a gap to the side, like on our volcano here, but the other configuration. Also, the sour gas is all spread out a bit now. That's not good. Why is that not getting pushed in by the steam? It's so weird. Is it because there's naphtha here? I mean, I could also dump more liquid in here. That would certainly help. Let's see. I could just dump liquid in here again. 11 kilograms is a lot of gas. Yeah, but it's 200 kilograms per tile steam pressure. I would be very surprised if that was the actual case. Also, we don't have any water here. I mean, I could pump the rest of this in here very quickly. But it's a little bit more annoying now I don't actually have a polluted water bit. I think what I would have to do is I'd have to put a bridge here. And then hook that up. Yeah, build that. Yeah, let's start by getting the wire out. The thing is, if the gas is in multiple tiles, then that means that I can't actually get it clear of here. Although we've removed the wire now, so I'm hoping that this should actually behave. So it's a good thing plastic is not a limited resource, right? We can just keep making more naphtha until it works. That being said, how much do we even have left? Oh, we have loads over here. Yeah, this is set to auto bottle. I'm quite concerned. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll set the automation on this to 0, just so that we actually get more liquid in here. And I need to make sure that it doesn't explode. There's, frankly, a lot of water in here already, so this shouldn't cool it down too much. We did this before with ice temperature plates, and it was way too fast, and everything condensed, and it broke everything. But the more thermal mass we have in here, the less it should be likely to flash the sour gas. But it shouldn't. It still shouldn't do it in this case anyways, with 200 kilograms per tile of steam. Also, I guess this is how we get a fair bit of dirt in here, right? Okay, you're actually pretty close to done. That's concerning. Well, I guess it's better than nothing. Right, I guess disconnect this then. I'll leave that there in case we need to keep hooking it up in future. I'll disconnect this one as well. And we don't have any polluted oxygen in here. So the sour gas is cooler now. So if we dump more naphtha on the sour gas, it should push it all into one tile. Let's not do too much, though. Also, I really didn't want to keep doing this today. But I guess we are going to be doing it. Relocate that there. And then I'll make another bottle and we'll relocate it somewhere else. Yeah, here we go. We got oxygen in here as well. That's not correct. This should definitely not be oxygen. It's because the liquid flowed over here, right? I need to delete this because it's leaking a lot of heat out of the volcano. This area used to be cold. I mean, I guess this area is completely insulated. How's the food looking? Yep, looking good. We still got 300,000 calories stored up. I don't think we're making too much excess food. Sleep machine is caught back up, so I'm not going to worry about it. Right, remove the tile again. How is the miscellaneous digging going? Well, that's good. We'll leave... I'll let them just do all the errands now. Oh, wow, look how the water level is bowing from this. That's so cool. Amazing. There it goes. It's so funny watching the dupes run around when the map is so zoomed out. What we got? Yeah, we're just going to clear out the whole map now. I don't think there's anything else I care about, like, especially because we've spread slime lung everywhere now. I'll grab a Puft Prince. That's fine. Puffs we got in the ranch now, by the way. So we got 4 in here. We got 1 in here. We got 1 in here. We got 3 in here. We got no deads puffs. We've let the oxygen in. That's good. We got some regular oxygen in here. How'd that happen? Well, you can breathe the regular oxygen, so that's not the worst thing in the world. I'm still a bit confused as to how that happened, though. Oh! If we get... Oh, right. If we get oxalite coming through here, that's going to leak into this room, isn't it? What was the plan with that? Oh, I mean, I guess it's all sealed off. The puff prints will breathe any random gases that get in here, right? And they're going to be mostly starving, so it doesn't matter if a little bit off gases and they get fed a little bit. Oh, the rooms are going to be high pressure, so it's not going to off gas, but they're not always going to be high pressure. I mean, the dense puff one will be, but this one probably isn't always going to be high pressure. So that makes me think that actually what we should do is this should actually run out this way. So that it's so that the material is venting outside the map. Right, let's do it like that then. That makes more sense. And then this one specifically is fine because it's just a puff print, doesn't delete anything. Except if we get chlorine in here, that's going to flow around. I mean, I guess we could probably have it somewhere else. I think what we're going to do is we're just going to move this conveyor again and have it go up here and then remove this chute. And then, yeah, I think this is a good change as well. I know I could just do this one straight here, but I'm not going to. So then remove these ones. And then have it go like this. Yeah, that'll do. And then Priority 9 all of that. Alright, why hasn't this been done yet? Someone already taken the bottle away. Yeah. Okay. Relocate this one. Yeah. And then when that's done, you can empty them. Right, there's no more Pufts left in here. There shouldn't be any more gas venting in there. We need to seal this room off. What's left in here? Just a tiny little bit of bleach stone, some phosphorite. Nothing too serious, so I'll just seal this now. You should be set to... Yeah, you're set to the right pressure. Yep, we're ready to seal that. Let's make that Priority 9 as well. And speed up. Yeah, so we've got 2 Pufts in here for now, which is not what we wanted. So I'm just going to manually relocate you in here. We're only going to end up with multiple Pufts in here because we're manually wrangling them. So we'll stop wrangling any Puff princes we get. These should all be Priority 9, right? No, these should all be Priority 8. Yes, we do still need ranchers. Also, you guys aren't ranching the Drecos yet that much. So you guys should have plenty of time to ranch these guys. I don't want any excuses. Body temperature low. True. It is a bit cold because of the wheeze warts. Yeah, it wants to be 15 degrees ideally. Am I even that worried about the wheeze warts? Maybe we'll just get rid of these ones for now. Right, barbecue, yes. What we got? Oh, someone did the errand too. Let's go back to the volcano. George gets building. Who'd have thought it? We got something going on here. Okay, looks like the steam has pushed the sour gas back over here, but not quite. We've got to wait for the volcano to finish first. Okay, now it's moved around. It's still erupting at the moment because the sour gas is there. It's not always going to be there. Right, now it's in one packet again. Okay, let's try and convince it. Let's try and convince it. Not that I want to babysit this much longer. So, was it the wire that was breaking everything? Surely it was. Come on. Do it now. No. Okay. Who's coming? I'm so annoyed because we got it immediately and then it broke anyways. So I'm probably gonna save it once we do it this time. No, you've already done it, haven't you? Yeah. Okay. I could empty this one. That would help. Probably. Did it just delete the naphtha? I think it did just delete the naphtha. Great. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, because the mass of the sour gas is greater than the mass of the naphtha at that point. So that's not very helpful. There's got to be a better way of fixing this. Yeah, so much sour gas, I'm probably not going to be able to push it out of the way entirely. Right, now do it. It would be easier if I could have a dupe be idle in here and just coax them. Oh, okay, it worked. Okay. Never punished. Right, empty the naphtha. Maybe we need more naphtha. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe we're being too stingy. So maybe just empty like a load. Like that'll do. That would probably help avoid it boiling. And I think that might be the difference, actually. Right, let's do this. So, do this. This doesn't need to be yellow alert. Volcano erupted 1 cycle. It's geotuned. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna set it, so which one is this? Oh. Is it the iron volcano? Yeah, these ones are the iron volcanoes. So when the geotuner activates, I want you to send me a notification. And stop yellow alerting everything. Christ. Send me a notification when it erupts. That's another reason I like geotuners. I can just have them straight up tell me when the volcano is going to erupt. Very helpful. I'm going to set this back to 50 as well. Oh, we've dumped all the polluted water out there. Speed 3 time! Let's go. Yep, and empty this. Blimey. Yeah, we did get it quite hot over here, didn't we? Right, so that should now flow over here. We now have a decent amount of mass. We could probably get a little bit more over here. Yeah, I'll get a little bit more over there. I think the more mass we have on that, the better. Oop.
There we go.
Hello, hello, Carrie. Actually, hope you're doing well. Hello, Armor goes at 329. Hope you're having a pleasant day. I'm Ariza Gaming, crazy fish extraordinaire. Carrie, actually, here you go. Hello, Connectien. Long time no see. Hello, indeed. We just finished off the Puft branch. It's going okay. We have Pufts. We're sorting them out. Thank you very much for following Armagoza. Enjoy your fishy and froggy emotes. Whiskers sends their regards. Oh, actually, Whiskers has come out. Hold on. Yeah, look, there's Whiskers. Whiskers, Fiskers. Look, come have a fiddle. Nah, she's not bothered. She's having a nap. She just likes to park her butt on the plants. You tamed a Jorbo today? Nice, nice. You haven't played ONI in a while? Fair enough. Yeah, did you know that the prehistoric DLC was coming out? That's coming out soon. Oh, Armagoza is my husband. He's watched many hours of YouTube. Excellent. Thank you very much. Mucho apreciado. Yeah, we did a video on this. That was a while ago. That was before the critter drop-offs changed. But we fixed the critter drop-offs, I believe. We're only going to find out like 100 cycles from now, to be honest. But there is automation. They haven't finished this. You don't actually have the aluminium, do you? Okay, well, it's a good thing we spotted this. I don't know why the game is letting me build stuff out of aluminium when we don't have it, but there you go. Let's just build it out of iron. But the point is, we have automation, we have mechatronics. What should happen is the puffed eggs should get sorted automatically, such that we have 5 of the regular puffed variants in each ranch on the left-hand side, and then we're using liquids to trap the puff princes on the other side. So these guys, so the ones in the polluted oxygen and the chlorine are getting blocked off completely, so they're eventually going to starve, although at the moment they're doing better than the regular puffs because they're not that demanding. But they're eventually going to starve. The dense puffed one, I'm happy to have just hang out. That's not a problem because we're not short of oxygen. And I've forgotten something very important. We need to set the critter. We need to set the conveyor loaders to critter eggs because it's not standard anymore. So please grab all the critter eggs and all the sublimators. Actually, that's another thing that we've got. That's funny. We're gonna use it for almost free food. We're mostly using it so we can get bleach stone out of the chlorine vents, so we can geotune a water geyser and send the oxygen to another asteroid. That's the main plan, is that we're going to send all the oxygen... Actually, I think the main plan is we're going to send the water from this asteroid to the other planets and we'll spom it there, because it's more convenient to transport the oxygen than the water than the oxygen. But yeah, we set up a lot of automation. Hopefully, we're going to end up with some dense puffed eggs. They should end up in here. But yeah, the conveyors, we did a little bit of figuring out. The spare puffs are all getting stored in hydrogen because I don't want to feed them any gas, and I also don't want everything to overheat. So they are going to be starving, but they'll be available should we lose a breeder. We're just going to have one breeder ranch for each type of puffed. Because I don't think we can really sustain more than one breeder ranch of squeaky puffs. I don't think we can really sustain more than one breeder ranch of regular puffs. This guy's too cold, though. This guy's way too cold. To be honest, he's so cold, he must have been out in the cold for a while. Because critters don't exchange temperature that quickly, so we could even murder that one if we felt like it, but I don't feel like it. We are a generous god. The other thing we're doing, we kind of broke the iron volcano. Oh, I bet you've already taken the naphtha back. Yeah, you've already taken the naphtha back because we were pontificating too much. I'm adding naphtha here to the volcano. I don't think we had enough thermal mass, so the naphtha was actually cooking into sour gas. So we're going to add a lot more to make sure it doesn't boil. We also had... Let's see, what else do we have? We had a power wire in here for the thermal aquatuner. We moved that out of the way because I didn't want that to actually get in the way. I think we're also going to sweep this up and shove it over here. But we want the thermal mass to be as high as possible in this area. The volcano's going to erupt in 0.4 cycles, so please get this done quickly, and I'll save it as well. That's what I'll do. Yes, come up here and have a look at this. Right, yes. Have the uranium flow that way again. Relocate this here. And then we'll empty this. And then again, I should just be able to sweep it off that other tile. And then we should have the maximum amount of naphtha over here. Right, speedy up. I don't want to do this all day. We did the puff branch a bit early, so I kind of have time to do something else. I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually build the other cool steam vent tamer. Okay, that's a little bit too much naphtha. That's fine. It's going to force its way over here eventually. Okay, that's a large amount of mass up there now. I'll be very surprised if that cooks. But yeah, I think we're going to set up another cool steam vent tamer. Because this steam vent is going to be annoying. It's going dormant as well, which could be convenient. Because now we've removed most of the map. There's nowhere really for the steam to condense against. Like, especially as the ladders heat up. So I want to start planning this. And I think what I'm going to do... I'm pretty sure I still have photos of this on the Discord. Let's actually just head on over to the Discord and load that up on my other computer. In fact, actually, no, I can load that here. Let's just get this looked at quickly. Where would that be? Would it be an auction not included? No, it would be in storage bin. You guys can't see storage bin. That's where I store all the screenshots of Sandbox Showcase builds and everything. It's not in here. Right. Let's just go back and forth. Right, so we want the 2 steam turbines. So let's see. First of all, the metal tiles. We can do the metal tiles. We don't have the aluminium because the vent is dormant. The volcano is dormant. It erupts again in 30 cycles. We can make these out of steel for now. Steel is conductive-ish. We'll just replace it later. And then we want the insulated tiles up here. We want more steel tiles here for conductivity to the steam turbines. We want to put the actual turbines in here. Currently surrounded by steam. What a great plan. This will all condense as we build everything. We're going to have to pump the gas out as we begin. I do think I need to do this just to stop it from leaking everywhere, because that's going to be very annoying. Right, which way are the steam turbines facing? They're both facing inwards. Oh. I need to move this one over. In fact, yeah, I need to move that one over. This should be priority 8 now. Right, steam turbines here. This is the Luma Plays build, by the way, in case you haven't seen it. It allows you to tame a cool steam vent in a power-positive way, even without geotuning it. It's basically black magic. Now, I know we want to put drip pumps over here as well. I also want to get all of the debris out of here, so let's actually just grab all of this. Where are we going to put that? Convenient storage bin? We could do this. That makes sense. And just put storage bins over here. Yeah, that makes sense. What else are we going to do? It's probably going to take us a little while to set this up. So, I think what we're going to do... I think we will do the access like we did before, where we put the tiles here. And then... you guys can come up this way, if needed. Oh, right, I've screwed this up. Hold on. Right, that's where the metal tiles are going. And then cancel... okay, cancel all of this. Is that right? Oh god, what am I doing? Yeah, that is right, okay. Yeah, because what we're going to do is we're going to build this here. I'm going to leave these here, so that we can climb in and out of here. So we don't have to build these bits yet. We'll build them later. And then this is the room where we're going to have all the steam collecting. So it's going to go over here. And then I can remove the ladders from here. Remove the ladders from here. And if we build it in such a way that we can actually open it later, then we can replace all the metal tiles and that won't be an issue. Right, put some walls over there, I believe. And then it's going to be the vent rooms and the valves. Right, okay, the valves. Let's make these out of gold amalgam, just to not be annoying. Oh, God. I'm forgetting all of this faster than I'm actually looking at it. Right, so this is the room where we're going to have the batteries. So let's start building those. So these need to be made out of steel. And the plan was to put depleted, to put uranium heavy wire in there so that uranium melts, because we don't have oil. We aren't allowed oil. Not until we can get slicksters, anyways. And I don't think we can get slicksters until cycle 500. Right, the valves are supposed to go here. So let's go ahead and do that as well. I will ladder this bit as well. Oh, you're trapped? Okay, well that makes sense. Let's do this a slightly different way then. Yeah, that would make more sense, wouldn't it? And then the drip pumps are going to go here. So we need the vents to go here. And then the power shutoffs. So the power wire is going in a very specific way. So let's have a look at that. It's coming down here through the insulated tile, and then... Oh, the vent is above it, and then there's the power shutoff down there. Yeah, okay. Right, so... Ignore what I said. Vents here. Power wire goes down here. Connects it to this, and then it wraps around like this. And we're doing it this way with the shutoff to make sure the battery doesn't overheat. Because if you unplug a battery, it doesn't generate heat even if it wastes the power. That's really weird, isn't it? So I put the power shutoff in. We'll automate all this as well. It's not currently hot enough to melt anything. We're going to have to inject some heat into this. But we can get everything built first. We also want the vents for the actual steam turbines, which are just going to go... Oh yeah, they're just going to go in the batteries. That makes sense. Yep. And then we need an Atmos. We need a couple of Atmos sensors and a notifier and thermosensors. So the top Atmos sensor is going to make sure the steam turbines don't completely empty out the room. We want a little bit of steam up here to get it started again. This is going to activate the vents. And then we're going to have a notifier in here as well, so we can activate it when the steam turbines turn it on or off. Yes, and then that's going to plug in here as well. And the power shutoffs plug into the thermosensors. Yes. Seems good. But yeah, this whole setup works on the principle that we are tricking the steam vents into working with only one of the ports being hot. This pot is going to have a minuscule amount of steam in here, heated up by a single battery, leaking its waste heat. And keeping that minute bit of steam above 200 degrees. Or above 125 degrees. And then that is going to allow the cold steam to get drawn in from this area, which is going to be an infinite storage we're using the drip pumps for. Or not infinite storage, but a large storage. We don't actually need to store all of the cool steam. Especially because we're not planning on using all of it this run. This is quite a good one as well. We could make this top room a little bit bigger if we really wanted to store everything, but this should store most of it. Yeah, I like it. The main thing is, it's completely independent of the rest of the base. It means this isn't erupting everywhere, but we can still get the water out, and we don't have to power it off of the spine or anything. I don't even need to actually use the power here, because it generates a very small amount of power. But I should use... I recommend it a lot. I think it's the most efficient solution overall. Only caveat being sometimes you need to make a slightly bigger storage. This one's dormant now. It's for sure an exploit, but who cares? Yeah, but everything's an exploit in this game. I mean, yeah. We did exploits not included. We did that run. It's on YouTube, where chat told me what I could and couldn't use. We paid our price. I want to dump some naphtha in here as well, so we can get in and out of this room without any issues. We definitely want to dump some naphtha up here. Yeah, I like that playthrough a lot. That is a candidate for the next Blast from the Past video. Right, let's grab a little bit of naphtha. I get to, oh yeah, you need to pick up the first bottle to deliver it. So relocate that down here. I am going to need to pump the gases out, which means I'm probably going to have to build a gas pump up here. Yeah. That's one of my playthroughs you've actually gone back and watched. Nice! That means a lot. Yeah, it was really good. And I like Oasis as well. I really like Oasis as a map, and I'm glad that we got to play it under those circumstances. Because they certainly made it a lot more difficult. Oasis is a lot more difficult when you can't build liquid locks. That's for sure. We got a trapped poke shell in here. Well, he's currently scolding, so he's soon to be an ex-poke shell. Okay, George, I've realized the flaw with this plan. You can stop sweeping that up. We're gonna have to wait for it to all condense before we do anything. Thankfully, there aren't any other gases in here. So this should be fine. I think we'll just wait for Pei to come here. Is there anything else you need to do in the meantime? Did you actually dig up the rest of the map? There's a couple of bits you still need to grab. Nothing major. Yeah, come grab this bit as well. And we'll deal with all this fairly soon. In fact, actually, I can just get you to deconstruct all of this, right? Yeah. I mean, maybe it's going to struggle to actually condense everything while we're here, but that's fine. Right, okay, so empty this. And then we'll go grab another naphtha bottle. Oh, I should set up a hotkey here. Oh, God. There's a hotkey tool, isn't there? Oh, can someone remind me what the hotkey is for friggin' setting a waypoint? I haven't done that in ages, but we should definitely set a waypoint to the naphtha storage. We did that a lot on Badlands Boffins. That went well. Oh, wow. That really just spread out everywhere. Really? Why? I'm not complaining, but like, naphtha normally doesn't spread that far. Was it because of the whole Steam thing? Maybe it was. Well, I can just move this one up here then. That's fine. Right, who's doing this then? Party 9. There you go, Frankie's doing it. Good. Oh, poor poke shell. You're running around trying to find an exit, but you're not going to find one. Alas, poor Yorick, I knew him well. Oh, I don't have the mod to rename critters at the moment. That's sad. I need to get all the gas out of here as well. This is actually vacuumed itself because it's all just water in here. Amazing. Amazing. Well, I think that should be stable. So we'll go put some naphtha there in a minute as well. Right, please just relocate that naphtha there. Thank you, and then empty this. Stable for at least a little bit, yeah. Yeah, it should be stable enough. Right, so now I need to go grab another little bit. So you're telling me none of you guys can remember the hotkey for setting a navigation waypoint? Because I definitely did this in Badlands Boffins. And I've definitely forgotten it. Because we did it when we were hooking up all the sulfur geysers. So I could hop back and forth between each sulfur geyser. Because we made like 5 identical tamers. Yeah, it is a thing you can do. I'm not sure whether it was a mod, actually. But I'm pretty sure it's a base game feature. Is there a controls bit? Hold on. There is a controls bit. Let's look it up. I feel like there was something. Navigation. Yeah, here it is. Control. All right, guys. Here you go. Here's ONI that you never even knew about, right? Hold down. Right, let's find the naphtha bottle thing. I'm about to blow your mind. Hold down Control 1. There you go. You heard that noise, right? And now if I click 1... No. Wait. How do I actually go to the waypoint? Ah! We were this close to looking cool. Shift. Okay. Right. So, Shift 1. There we go. Look! We can go anywhere. So whenever we want naphtha, we can just press Shift 1. Great. We have to do this one at a time because otherwise the bottles will just stack up. But there you go. That functionality is in the game. I don't know why it said I have multiple unbound actions. Let's actually have a quick look at that. Did I click the wrong thing? Cinema zoom speed plus, cinema zoom speed minus, cinematic camera. I have never used a cinematic camera in my life. Switch between planetoids with hotkeys. To be fair, that would have been the hotkeys, I guess, if I knew such a thing, but I didn't know the hotkeys. Yeah. I think it's actually fine. I'm just gonna not worry about it. Right. Great area is on the way. I'm just gonna yellow alert it and then I'll know when it's actually done. In fact, actually, let's go grab more naphtha, because someone's clearly picked up the bottle. Although there isn't any in here at the moment, they still need to actually come grab some extra from here. Yeah, we still have loads of naphtha in here. We're fine. Right, so empty this. And then, what was I gonna do in here? Well, I was gonna build some... I was gonna drop some liquid uranium in here. Because it's more conductive. Do we even bother with that, or do we just use naphtha? I mean, I know that naphtha isn't very conductive, but it is still a liquid. But I think the conductivity is important for making sure this runs properly. I think what I'll do is I'll just put the heavy watt wire in here. You've already got the water in here. Is there anything else I actually need? We don't actually have to pump any gases out because this actually filled with steam this time. So what else do I need to do? I need to set all the settings. So... Oh, I just realized you could turn them on and off like this. That's interesting. So send a green signal if it's above 1,000. And then send a green signal to these if it's above 1,000. Right? Is that what we're doing? Based on this one? Above 100 and above 1,000. Okay. Because we don't want to pump out a minuscule amount of steam from here. Like, that's just a waste. Right, the annoying thing now is the piping. So I need to come up with... Okay, this is going to require a screenshot. Screenshot take. And... hold on. Hold on. Try again. Take a win. Just take a rectangle. Here. Right, let's post that in Discord. Again, I'll put that in the storage bin so I'm not spamming you guys. And we'll go replicate that over here. Because it's going to be really annoying to try and remember. Because the pipes are doing something very, very specific. Right, so... Oh, wait. That should definitely be... Oh, no, this is all supposed to be conducted in here. So this is going to be regular pipe. This is going to be radiant pipe in here. So let's just make it iron for now. Iron is good enough. And then the bridges begin. There's lots and lots of bridges. So we're going to have... We're going to have a bridge up here. And we're going to have a bridge here. And this is for loading the initial liquid. Is that needed? Probably. Just to get it started. Okay. And then there's a lot more bridges I'm going to be putting on this. So there's one here. 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 I think that's it. And that's all very important. And then insulated pipe-wise, we're leading the pipe down here into the valves, which I've still got to build. This pipe goes up here and then recirculates into this bridge, and this one does the same thing. It's two different drip pumps. So I need to remove the valves. You do actually need... We need to remove the ladders so we can put the valves in. You do actually need to do this. Use the planetoid hotkeys a lot. That's fair. It'd be nice if I reached the point where I actually got to that stage. Oh, Carmike could be doing well. We've just finished the Puft ranch, and obviously the Pufts are going to take a while to start multiplying. So I'm just building another cool steam vent tamer in this time, because we dug up the whole map. I wanted to make sure that the... cool steam vent just wasn't venting steam everywhere, because we did uncover it to analyze it. And now the dupes are all building this because they've officially run out of stuff to do, which is great, actually. Also, this bridge is the wrong way around, which is not great. So let's keep hooking stuff up. Might as well get all the dupes to do it while they're here. So I'm just going to make this all insulated up here. And this feeds in here. This one comes down here into these bits. Then it comes down here. We put another bridge going down here. And then this one is going to the valves. Yeah, here. And then we're leading it to the drip pumps like this. And I need to actually cancel this. Yeah, and do it like this. Okay. The valves could be made out of gold amalgam. We need to set those. We need to not forget to set those either, because we keep doing that. And then... Oh, where does the bridge lead again? I think it just leads down here. So it just recirculates the water. So it should load it from the steam turbines eventually, but we can load it externally first as well. So I think what I'll actually do in this case is I'll just put a bit here. And then it's heading this way because I wanted to take the water out this way. But do I actually want to take the water out this way? At the moment, it's going this way. So I think I actually want to lead it the other way. In which case, what I do is actually remove this bridge, put it here. And then I change this bridge. And then it exits the loop at this point. And then I hook it up. So that could come... I'm probably going to move all these pipes eventually anyways, because this is where industry is supposed to go. But for now, it's going to go here. So let's just send it down this way. Oh, wasn't quite right. I guess actually just go like this. Hold on. Hold down shift. Go here. And then come up here and then go that way. Yeah. That'll do for now. And then this bridge needs to go here. And then all the excess water from both turbines should go this way. So what it will do is it'll fill up both loops, and then it will dump out the excess. And then this is just going to be a very temporary bottle drainer? Yeah, I can just do a bottle drainer for that, right? There's no other random water pipe, is there? I'm just going to get rid of these things now. This is obviously no longer getting used. Same for all of this. This pipe is actually disconnected, but that's supposed to be there. That's the teleporter pipe. Yeah, you filled up with steam now. You're not gonna get any... You're not gonna boil anymore. So we need to actually start running the drip pumps soon. Right, let's speed it up. I think that's everything I needed the overlay for. Drip it real good. Yeah, we are. Oh, we've got printables. Glass? We haven't made any glass yet, but we cut some sand by accident, apparently, so we got some glass. That's embarrassing. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we haven't made a glass forge yet. The game has just been kind to us. Tidying on Quinn sounds good. Lindsay, you can get mechatronics for no reason at all. Frankie, you can have operating. Ada, you can have supplying. Who needs a glass forge? Yeah, exactly. Lava plus sand is done. I wish... Okay, here's what Clay needs to do next. They need to come up with a reason to make a sand boiler. Like, make something that requires an absurd amount of glass that you can't do with a glass forge. Do that, Clay. And then I can make a video about making a sand boiler. Because there's literally no need to do it in the game whatsoever. Apart from for the fun of it. So I don't really feel justified in making a video about it yet. Excuse me. Right. Okay. Maybe one of the new DLC dinos will eat glass. Yeah, they should totally do something like that. That would be cool. Maybe you could make it so like you naturally find some in the biome they're in, so you can feed them for a while off of the glass in the environment, but then eventually you do need to make it with forges if you want a small population, or if you want a large population, you have to make a sand boiler. That is a really good idea, Uglavisk. Yes. There's water in here as well. I think the water in here will do as the conductive medium. I mean, I don't know, there's not a lot of water. Let's put a bottle drainer in here. Have you done all the digging now? No, not yet. That's all priority 7. That's fine. We got a regular pufflet over here. Let's grab it. Still keen to grab regular puffs. Yeah, we've got 2 puff printers in here at the moment. How many eggs are we getting? We got a puffed egg in here. That's good. No dense puffed eggs in here yet. What would you want to get from a critter that eats glass? Oh, wow. That's a good question, actually, isn't it? Diamond. There you go. And then we don't... Then we can... microchips. Macro chips. Give me the chunky chips. Right, I need you to build the valves first. So, let's actually priority 9 this. I mean, it's kind of annoying this is gonna go dormant soon. Can we get it to actually erupt a little bit beforehand, or have we just wasted a little bit of our time today? Let's go back and check on the fish for a minute. Can we see anyone? No, I can't see anyone. Wait, actually, hold on. I lied. Look, there's a pleco. Just hanging out there. Very cool. Now, I think that's a dominant one. So, Neon the pleco. It could grow microchips like Floxes or Dracos. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Wait. No, what are you talking... Oh, right, with the shearing. Oh, yeah, maybe. You're right, I'm muted. Lol. It's alright, I wasn't saying anything. We gotta go power the batteries to get them charged up. And these need to be... Send green signal if below 200 degrees. If it's above 200 degrees, we want to cut the power. The rare case where I'm actually muted and it's not someone trying to line me up. Right, we need to build a power wire down here. So that could go here for now. Now, where's the other end? It's here. Well, that should be simple enough then. Oh, it's so satisfying just watching all the ammo suit dupes going about doing everything. I love when we get to this stage of the game, and you can actually just build things. It's so nice. Also, we need to build temperature plates in here, don't we? Let's build some granite temperature plates. so this is going to be sealed. So I think what we do is like this. Where did I build them in the other one? I don't think I built them all in here. I can build those ones there. Why not? Put them in. Oh. Well, we'll put them in later. I don't think there's any real reason not to do them here. It's not like we're short of granite. This needs to be set to enable auto bottle. You do actually have a bottle, don't you? No, you don't. Amazing. It'll take longer to get to temp. I think that's a problem. Okay, look, you can just grab this. How's that? That's almost a real reason. Nah. Construction practice for the dupes. I want you dupes to build temperature plates across the entire asteroid for construction practice. That's what the next 50 streams will be. Us just building temperature plates. Just because we can. No. Now that's satisfying. Now that's like the most productive temperature plate building I've ever seen. They're on it. Oh, if it wasn't for the fact that Puffs were going to be the thumbnail, this would definitely be the thumbnail. Did I add some uranium to melt in the batteries? No, we didn't. No, I did. I added 100 kilograms here. I think I need to add some extra. I didn't even add it here. So I need to do a little bit more. This feels way shorter than last time because we didn't have to vacuum it. Right, so let's see. Okay, we did do it there. And if I build it there as well, maybe it will melt eventually. Let's try it. There was quite a bit of fab last time, not a huge amount, but definitely more. Yeah, we didn't fit it into the tail end of a stream. I think this might be the case where we actually do build it in the water just to get it going, and then I'll rebuild the wire once it's melted. So let's do that. This is going to go dormant in a minute anyways. It's going to go dormant in 5 cycles. So I'm not convinced we're actually going to get it operational today, but it will at least be contained. Also, it looks like these are actually running now. That's good. They're both turned off because the automation has turned them off. That's also good. Right, so now what I need to do is I need to seal this off. And then I actually need to run... Oh, how do I actually preheat this? That's the next question. How do I preheat this? Because it's not like we have a load of hot metal anymore. I think I just set up a metal refinery and run it through here. I don't want to run a pipe through here because of the reasons we had last time. What do you guys think we should do for preheating it? We could conveyor hot materials through. We could gas pump. Maybe a gas pump, but hot gas is not super easy to get. It would probably be the most least annoying method. I don't know, maybe. How do we heat up a gas? That's a weird question, isn't it? I could just have a conductive loop, and we could just run a thermo. Oh, that feels like a big faff. Oh look, we caught a Puft. We caught him. Right, let's grab him. You silly sausage. Oh, I know what's happening. We're wrangling all the Pufts and they're dropping in the drink. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Right, don't bother with this. In fact, actually, don't bother with this. What are we gonna do? I could run a liquid through here temporarily. Like if I make like a steel pipe here, feed it down here, put it in here. I mean, this is an option. I think this is what we did before. Yeah, I think that's fine. So, ridge there, radiant steel pipe. And then this could just be the coolant of choice. And then we just run a metal refinery down here very quickly. So something along these lines. Oh, where are we going to plug that in? And what am I going to put in here? Because I don't want to put naphtha in, do I? Could melt a load of uranium and put it in there, but that's probably not going to work very well. At that point, why not just deliver the uranium over here? Wait, surely that's a solution. We just get some liquid uranium from somewhere, bottle it up and empty it. No, but then it's going to cool off and form a tile. We need to melt the uranium here. Last time we did it with the metal refinery. Oh, wait, actually, I'm being daft. I'm being a dafty. Hold on, I've got an idea. Let's tie this all back together. Let's just build a friggin' glass forge. And pump the glass in here. The battery will eventually melt. Yeah, but like, we're not going to be running it for very long. Oh, in that case, maybe we don't have the radiant pipe in here, because that's going to immediately condense it. Right, make that regular granite pipe. This could be a really bad idea, but frankly, I just feel like doing some science. And also, we don't actually have any glass yet, so... Probably, instead of actually looping it, I think what we actually do is we fork it. Let's also make this all out of ceramic. Sorry, I'm changing my mind a lot at the moment. Right, so the bridge is fine. So, oh, that one needs to get... Okay, that one can stay. This one can get removed. It'll make sense in a minute, trust me. Right, so... Ceramic pipe. We'll reclaim all the ceramic in a minute. It's going to go up here, through the granite bit. And then... I think... Just literally dump it at the other end. Into the water. And then because I hate you guys, I'm going to set up some manual generators and a battery. Yeah, make these out of gold amalgam. This can be made out of ceramic as well, I think. Yeah. Okay, and then just plug it all in with a conductive wire. We're not going to keep this here. This is just the quickest solution I can think of. Yeah, have the hot glass run through here. If it condenses in here, great. If not, that's fine too. And then we'll actually just make some glass. And you could do with a lamp. So let's actually stick a lamp over here, because we can. Wait. I'm better off just putting it here, aren't I? If I put it like this, I think this will work. Right, speed up. Can I do this in like 10 minutes? Not sure. This would be a fair bit to do in 10 minutes. Oh, you need to actually deconstruct these tiles though. So you need to do this, you need to plug into a lamp. The lamp will go here. Yeah, that's automated. The wire would go here. And you would just make glass until I tell you to stop making glass. Oh. It's a power overlay glitched. It is. Okay, that's fine. Right, so now we've got it set up so that we can have hot glass running through here. So separate this, boil the water, and then that should all run. You have a lot of water in here now. I possibly need to dump some liquid in here, some heat in here as well. Actually, this could erupt like this, maybe. Could erupt out the top. It's probably not going to, though. I think we'll leave this for next time. But, yeah, the puffs are working. Let's have a look at the egg chances. So, yeah, you're most likely to lay squeaky puffed eggs because you've got a puff prince. He's right here. He's not got any food because he's in a vacuum. That's also fine. He's still going to lay at least an egg and replace himself. There's a small chance of puffed eggs, but let's decrease it all the time. The regular puffs have got an even chance of laying a dense puffed egg and a squeaky puffed egg. So that's why we've got them, so we can get both sets. And looks like we've got the bleach stone. We've got 15.1 kilograms of that. We've got 400 kilograms of slime already. That's good. We've been taking the bleach stone out and using it. We haven't been taking out the slime. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this is all working properly. The only thing is, do we have any dense puffed eggs? I guess we'll find out, right? This should show the eggs, right? No, we haven't had any yet. I'll do it in time. We got 4 squeaky puffed eggs, and we got 2 regular puffed eggs. And we don't have any puff prince eggs yet. That's fine. We'll keep an eye on that. Notification. Oh, the geotuner. Okay, the iron volcano is behaving now. We put in enough naphtha. Now, it looks pretty close, admittedly. But I think we did put enough in there now, so let's just forget that we built this, because I completely forgot about it. But you can totally use that. Now, alveoviras exist, dense puffs don't seem like a big deal. Yeah, but you have to feed them ice and, like, CO2. Like, we get the dense puffed as a byproduct of the actual reason of doing squeaky puffs. And it's basically free meat. Like, I'm very happy with the dense puffs in this situation. I would argue it's the other way around. Right, well, I don't think we made any glass yet, but I'm probably going to leave that for a while. Why do we get a little water packet coming up here? It's odd. Still got plenty of water in the pipe, right? Did you just not dump any in here? Oh, we're letting the steam in here now. This is good. This is good. One of the drip pumps is working. You still need to dump more water in here. Oh, look. Travaldo's using it. Did we get any... Yeah, right. Okay. Let's watch Travaldo. Oh, it's out of power? Oh, I know what needs to happen. You guys need to be running in these. That's what needs to be happening. Yeah, we'll leave that until next time. I don't want to spoil the surprise, frankly. I'm very happy with the Pufts. I think the ranch looks great. We can put stuff in here as well. I don't know what to put in here. I mean, one would argue that what we could actually do is put another liquid lock here, fill this bit with CO2, and ranch mushrooms in here. That does seem like a good idea. We could calculate how much slime we're going to get, and then just get mushrooms, and then we can get mushroom wraps. That is a good idea, actually. Yeah, maybe okay, you know what I'm going to do? The only thing is... Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in some planter boxes. We can put them in the planter boxes, right? Yeah, I'll do that and then I'll remember about it. We've still got the slime lung in here. Because I imagine the vent is running. Your manual... Really? You're 130 degrees? Why? That's lame. Yeah, but I think we can do this. So let's check out the germ overlay. There's a couple of germs in here, but it's pretty low. I think what we'll do is we'll stick some wheezeworts on the ends, and then we will do the mushrooms in here. The oxygen, I don't know what we're gonna do in here. And the chlorine, probably just put a load of bleachstone hoppers, right? Are we still gonna want bleachstone hoppers? Uses salt and gold to produce bleachstone. Well, we're going to be geotuning a saltwater geyser, so the answer is probably. And the chlorine's all in here, so why not? Gross. Oh, there's room for 5. I don't think we need 5. I'm just going to stick... Oh, right, there's slightly more room than that. Hold on. Well, that's very irritating. Yeah, because it's a 16 wide gap. Oh, I see. No, it's not 16 wide. How wide is it? It is 16 wide. Oh, it's a 3 wide building. I'm going flipping crazy. That'll do. Right, that's just a prompt for what I'm going to remember to do in the rooms. But yeah, the important thing is, we've got the squeaky puffs, we've got the regular puffs, they're all going to get bred in here. We're going to get lots of meat out. Oh, before we actually finish this, hold on. Did I hook this up to the food conveyor? No. This is the food conveyor. This needs to go in here. Right, again, I'm just going to prompt myself to finish this later. We need the food conveyor to actually go somewhere. So that's going to go over here, probably. There you go. Right. We'll get that finished and then we'll get the food out of here. And don't even do that one for now. Just leave it like that. And I'll yellow alert this task so don't forget about it. See, this is part of the thing about oxygen not included. You've got to prompt yourself as to what to remember to do next time you come back to the game. We've written signs with wire. We've left like cryptic messages. This is what we're doing this time. But yeah, I think it'll all be good. Right, let us get out of here. Also, I accidentally didn't turn the music up all the way today, so that's funny, right? Thanks very much for hanging out for this somewhat slightly chaotic stream. But we got the Pufts sorted out. We're getting the cool Steam vent, the second one, sorted out. That'll be done very soon. And we don't have to worry about random steam on the map. The Pufts have all been moved over. The chlorine vent is being geotuned. Realistically, one of the next things we're going to do is probably actually start colonizing the other asteroid with the bionic dupes, so we can geotune A, the chlorine vent over there, and B, all of the metal geysers over there. So we're going to be shifting gears soon and swapping to the second asteroid and the bionic dupes. But yeah, I'm not going to be around tomorrow. I'm going to be around Wednesday or Thursday, depending on how I'm feeling. But if you like what you've seen and you'll hear from Carrie Actually's or Stinger's Playground's Rage from earlier, feel free to follow me on Twitter. Don't follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch. I'm not on Twitter. If you're not already following me on Twitch, and you'll get notifications when I go live, we have the YouTube channel, which is where the Puft guide is. The Puft guide is here. We've updated the automation slightly on the critter drop-offs and pickups. This time, sort it all out, so that's all good. But yes, I should get some sleep. Discord is here. Have a look at the Discord. There's stuff in there. If you have questions about ONI, people can answer your questions there. And yeah, the funding goal. We accumulated a large amount of revenue while I had it set to 100% for the Aquatuner. So that's how much actually we've saved up since I updated that screen. So we're making some progress. Twitch has been generating a lot of revenue recently. It's been great. Twitch Turbo is going wild. So at some point, I'm going to get a desktop PC. That's fun. Right. Oh, Stinger's Playground is back on. Should I go raid them back? That's funny. Yeah. Whatever. I'm gonna go raid you back. I didn't realize you were watching me and playing at the same time. That's funny. Right. Okay. He's not actually there. Oh right. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true. He is there. Okay. I'm currently watching it out. Okay. Let's see. I'll go raid someone else then. Let's go raid Willow, and see how Vintage Story is going. You guys all know who Willow is. Friend of the channel. Take care, everyone, and I will see you later in the week. I'm not around tomorrow. Bye for now.